Hi, I'm Johannes, and today we're in Abu Dhabi attending the Family Office Summit. This is the place where family offices, private equity investors, and really thought leaders from all over the world gather to discuss future opportunities, deal flow, wealth management trends, and the future of global investment. Welcome to the capital of capital. All right, enough doomsday talk. Let's focus about the future. And to focus about the future, we've come to the right place. Abu Dhabi, the capital of capital. At the end of this video, I have a fascinating fact for you about the local families here in the UAE. The Abu Dhabi Family Office Summit was held at the Park Hyatt Hotel. They had a very nice conference area set out with lots of merchandise, and we were greeted by very friendly staff walking in, and you could see that it was a very high production event. Yet still, an intimate event for the real decision makers. For breakfast, there were some pastries, some fruit, obviously coffee, and after some initial networking, we got into the panel discussions. I'll go into more detail on that later, so keep watching. Lunch was also quite generous with an Indian touch, and following the afternoon with some more panels, we got into a cocktail reception, and that gave everyone a chance to exchange business card if you're old school, or just tap iPhones or scan QR codes, whatever you're comfortable with. Touched on a variety of subjects that are relevant for family offices. How to set up a structure either in Abu Dhabi, where you have ADGM, or in Dubai, where it's DIFC. We had some tax implications, tips and tricks from Ismail of PwC. Insights about private equity, how to approach it, how families think about it. Here it was particularly interesting to hear firsthand from people actually running their family offices and thinking about the strategy of the family long term, how they view the industry, and how they're positioning their families with regards to this asset class. Investments and asset classes are obviously a global theme, so when it comes to the region, the UAE, relocation was on everyone's mind. A lot of people are moving here from Europe, from the UK, from all over the world. Subscribe to this channel if you want to stay up to date with any announcement that may come on my side, but more on that later. The legal structures and obviously everything that you need to bring assets here are already in place, have been so for a long time, but compared to Hong Kong or Singapore, where you have an incentive for family offices to actually relocate their assets there, this is something that is still missing, but it's in the making. We can expect to have a program, an incentive program for family offices to be launched here in the UAE soon. Right now, a lot of people are just moving here by themselves, keeping all their structures in place wherever they are, offshore, in their home countries, wherever. But an incentive like that will incentivize everyone to also bring their assets to a local structure. And that is very much in the interest of the local leadership. Food security was also discussed. This is obviously a topic here in the desert where a lot of food is coming from abroad, is imported. The UAE has a big push to become more self-sufficient and building out local production. This ranges from greenhouses to local production of frozen pizza or even more. The afternoon was filled with talks about even more different asset classes. Real estate, crypto was all discussed. then trends in VC, commodities, and other discussions about liquid assets and general portfolio setup. All in all, the panels really gave a broad range of topics, making everyone engage on the currently hot topics, and was a nice framing of the event that was obviously mainly focused on networking and connecting with leaders and like-minded people. It's really amazing to see how different the vibe is here compared to other places around the world. Europe. It's filled with optimism and the hope that this region will see an immense amount of growth over the next 10 to 20 years. And that obviously means a lot of opportunity and a lot of things to do. So everyone's very motivated. So one last piece of learning that I wanted to share with you was a fascinating fact that I learned after spending some time here researching family offices and getting to know the structures of the local families and conglomerates. What you can observe is that there is a current generational transition going on with the boomer generation, the people born after the Second World War, 1946 to 1964, reaching the end of their careers and thinking about handing over the reins to their sons, who are Generation X. So they are born 1965 to 1980. And there's a big difference between the baby boomer Gen X relationship that was interesting for me as a millennial to learn about. Us millennials, and also the Gen Z, even more so than the millennials, we grew up with technology, and so we have a skill set that is quite different from the Gen X. So the Gen X are looking at us being like, wow, they know everything about technology. I'm sure if you're my age, you've had this situation where your parents don't quite know where something is on WhatsApp, which is for you like, this is the simplest app, literally. It's right here, click, 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 and you got it. But there is no such skill gap between the baby boomers and the Gen X, at least not of that magnitude. So a lot of times this leads to a mistrust between the baby boomers who have built the wealth and the Gen X who then come in and had it easy in the minds of the baby boomers. So this mistrust leads to the baby boomers to hold on and micromanage still, even though they're maybe 70 years old, they micromanage every single decision in their family business because they can't hand over, they can't give up control, because giving up control is like retiring for them and it means defeat. And obviously they don't want to admit defeat. This trend, especially because a lot of the wealth that was generated here in this region happened with the baby boomers. They were the ones that first created the wealth. It's a very interesting set of circumstances regarding family businesses and conglomerates that are local here. All right, so that's it from the Abu Dhabi Family Office Summit. Subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.